E92 M3 this evening. It's been pretty hot in Seattle the last couple days, so it's about 6:30. It's nice and cool, so I feel like I'm gonna wash the E92. I'm taking this to the Ridge Motorsport Park on Thursday with Turn 2. They're doing an event with Camp Good Times. So basically what Camp Good Times is, it's kids that are battling cancer come to this event. And what we do as drivers is we give rides to the kids and their family and their friends, and it's just a really fun day. So even though I've still got the broken transmission in this thing, I haven't really taken this out much this season, but I really like to be at this Camp Good Times event. It's a lot of fun. I love giving rides to all the kids and their family, so I don't really want to miss it. So I'm going to take this out. We're going to have a good time. I'm probably going to be in fourth gear most of the time, not really shifting gears at all, but I still think it's going to be a fun day. So I'm going to wash this thing and take a little bit of footage, and why not, wash on a race car. It's probably going to be a pretty boring video, but when you're an up-and-coming YouTuber, you got to get as much footage as you can. You got to just film everything. I don't know if anybody even watched me washing my car, but you know, it's a cool looking car. I figure I might as well put it on camera. I love washing this thing, actually. It's easy to wash. It's fun to wash. It takes me about an hour to do a pretty good job. Yeah, I love washing this car. These wheels actually have a lot of brake dust on them. It must be from Spencer ripping on the car. So it's funny, I used to be so concerned about washing this thing and keeping it clean and just keeping it pristine. And then, you know, a couple years ago I started tracking it, and all that kind of goes out the window. I mean, once you start getting tire slag and marks all over the paint, I do try to maintain it and keep it relatively clean though, so that doesn't build up and make it look terrible. But it's just funny kind of how your priorities change after you start tracking the car. You can't keep it as clean as you want to, that's for sure. But just because it's a race car does not mean it can't be nice. Sunroof carbon fill panel also leaks, so I have to be kind of careful when I wash it. No matter what, when I wash it or it rains, if I'm out on track and it rains, or after I wash this thing, the inside, the seats get a little damp. So this panel does leak. And then I also have to be kind of careful. You see these vents right here on the rear quarter windows. Those are all open, so water will go through these. So basically I just don't sit here and spray them with the pressure washer. But otherwise, these are kind of angled, and then this little plastic comes out enough so that way rain basically just falls right down the middle. So this doesn't really get wet in the rain. A lot of people have asked me that. So I'm using the GSF snow foam, and I get this from Obsessed Garage. Basically I just make it easy and just buy everything from Obsessed Garage. He does all the work for you, just do it. Let's foam this thing. This is my favorite part right here. Watch out, buddy. And I got to shout out my buddy Frank Stevenson from Frank's Auto Detailing on Vashon Island. He taught me everything I know. He's a true detailer. That's what he does full time. He's very good. If you're on Vashon and you want to detail, even if you're in Seattle, he'll come see you. I mean, that kid, he's so detailed. He's almost too detailed. He cleans the heck out of the inside of my truck, and I'm like, man, it's too clean, because I'm just going to get it dirty immediately when I take that thing out to the mountains. But yeah, Frank's awesome. He taught me everything I know. I'm just using a single bucket method here where I do a panel and then I dunk it back into here. Like I said, I'm not super detailed about it. It's a track car. I think rocks flying up and dirt and all kinds of crazy stuff that hits the car when you're on track is a lot worse for the paint than just using a single bucket. Okay, so we are washing the wheels here. These are Apex VS5RS, and then most of the time I run 285 3018 Nankang CR1s. They're now called CRS, is the new Nankings. So I run a square setup all around. It's 18 by 10.5 all around. I love these wheels. Like, these Nankings are just amazing. Good tire wear. They're very fast. They communicate really well on track at the limit, so you can really kind of feel where they're at, which is really nice. So they inspire a lot of confidence. And then on the front here, I've got these Alcon nickel-plated, basically 6-piston on the front, 4-piston on the rear, but the Alcon nickel-plated kit all around the car. Pretty sweet. And again, I'm not making these perfect. These are gonna get destroyed on Thursday when I go to the ridge. Just a little bit. I'm kind of giving up on trying to maintain nice wheels. A lot of times I got to pull the wheels off and remove all this rubber. That's really the only way to get it off. This doesn't do much. Some of it comes off. Yeah, you see some of it's coming. But I'm kind of lazy on the wheels. That's about all I got on those wheels. And you see there's Tux helping me out. That's our dog Tux, short for Tuxedo. But he's just the sweetest dog you'll ever meet. Are you looking at me? Hi. He's helping me wash the car. He goes everywhere with me and my wife. He is never alone. He is just the best dog you could ever ask for. So now, in Obsessed Garage fashion, I'm going to blow the car off. It's an Ego 580 CFM blower. This makes your life so nice and easy. So I'm going to blow the car off. I ceramic coated this thing like 2 years ago, and the water still beads off of it pretty well. But I'm pretty much doing it to blow all the cracks and stuff out and just make the drying process a little bit easier. I've got so many vents and stuff on this car. If I didn't blow this thing off, it would be so hard to dry. So this helps a lot. Okay, so I'm using a little bit of Obsessed Garage drying aid to dry the car after I blow it off. This just kind of gives it a nice finished look. It's kind of like waxy looking, and it just makes it a little bit easier to dry the car. The reason that some people use this is to help prevent scratching when you're drying the car. I mean, I don't really care too much about that. Again, it's a track car, but I do like this stuff a lot, and I think it looks awesome. And I probably do about 3 body panels at a time with it. It's nice and cool out right now. It's evening time, and so it's not going to dry. It's really easy to do this at this time at this temperature. If you want to be really thorough, you can go back with a clean dry towel and wipe that same panel and just make sure you get everything off. I'm not going to do that. Well, actually I will. All right, I'll do it. Only reason I didn't want to do it is I literally have one microfiber towel left. And it's clean, but it doesn't look very clean. I'll use this side. Again, this isn't a how-to video on how to wash your car. Maybe how to wash a track car. Really easy, you just go wipe it down, buff it off. That's it. But I don't even find that you have to do this. Like I'll just wipe it in with one microfiber and just let it sit, and it looks great. I mean, I can't see any difference too much. But you should do this. I think Tux is thinking, who are you talking to, buddy? Who are you talking to, dude? I'm talking to myself, Tux. My neighbors think I'm crazy. Talking to the YouTubes. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's up? Come here. Come here. Good boy. Come. Here. Good boy. Okay, so the last thing that I'll make sure that I do with the same towel is I'll wipe all the door jambs. So all these jams and everything in here have tons of water and dust and crap. So if you, every time you wash the car, if you just wipe the door jams, you're doing yourself a favor. Keep them nice and clean. Takes 30 seconds. Like I said, just because it's a track car doesn't mean it can't be nice. And then I do the trunk as well. So this right here is just basically a carbon fiber sheet, just to save weight. So if you remove this box that basically holds the spare tire kit, I forget how much weight is saved. I'd have to look at my notes, but this is just a sheet of glossy carbon fiber. Also a Volt Freaks 8-pound battery. So what is that? 52 pounds saved. The stock battery is 60 pounds. That Volt Freaks battery has been in there for probably about 2.5, 3 years now, and I've never had a problem with it. It's awesome. Okay, so that's it. That's a wash of my E92 M3. As you can see, once it's clean, I mean, it looks amazing. I love washing it at this time of night because the sun's not out. So the shade of Le Mans blue in like overcast skies or when it's not in direct sunlight is just so good. I love it. So it's nice and clean, looking good. Like I said, the reason that I wash it is I'm taking it to the Ridge Motorsport Park on Thursday with Turn 2 because they're doing an event with Camp Good Times. So what Camp Good Times does is they're all about providing fun experiences and opportunities for kids that are battling cancer. So, you know, most of all these kids, they're in some way battling some type of cancer. You know, these kids are awesome. I can't even imagine what they're going through. So the reason I love this day is you go out and you spend the day with all these kids. I mean, I think last year there was probably 80 people there, 50 kids plus their family and their friends, and you're basically just giving rides to people all day long. It's like an open track. You can pretty much go out in whatever group you want. I think last year I went through a full set of fresh tires, the CRS, and you know, those will normally last me about 5 track days. So, man, I did so many laps last year. It was just a blast. You're not going out trying to set personal bests. You know, you've got young kids in the car, but seeing the smile on these kids' faces and just getting to know them and shaking their hand, and it's such a fun day. It really is probably my favorite track day of the year. You know, Tom has said that in the past. Before I had ever gone, he would tell people like, hey, this is going to be one of your favorite days of the year out here at the Ridge, and it really is. I love it. It's so much fun. So I'm going to be out there on Thursday. Even though the transmission's broken, I'll probably be in 4th gear most of the time, but it's still going to be a blast. It's still going to be fun. So I look forward to it. Beast Motorsport out.